Party of Aotearoa to completely and fully oppose this abhorrent bill. Back in the day, when a beautiful baba, our precious taonga, were born into an iwi, a hapu, a whānau, they were cherished and revered. Māori understood then, as we do now, that tamariki, our precious taonga, come from the heavens, from the stars. Their mothers were understood to be portals who bring a soul into this world. There is an unbreakable connection, one that extends beyond immediate whānau, to hapu, to iwi, and the world around them. Children were and are so valued in Māori culture that they are included in every part of society. Back in the rā, children were connected and included at important hui, where chiefs made decisions. Children sat right on their laps and listened. And not only that, they participated and interjected because they knew that their voice was so valued that they would be listened to as vital members of their whānau, of their community, of nature. Children are te pito o te ao, the centre of the universe, intrinsically linked to their whānau and environment. That was the world they were nurtured in, a world where their voices matter. This callous bill is a direct attack on that worldview. It is an attempt to erase the place of whakapapa and to sever Māori children from the cultural roots that nourish them. The Minister persistently claims that removing Section 7AA is about safety. Yet their entire justification hinges on just two cherry-picked anecdotes. There is a massive difference between anecdotal evidence and empirical evidence. Again, today, the Minister replied on those two anecdotal cases. The Minister of Children's argument lacks intellectual integrity. The Minister wants to simplify, but I believe in the ability of all of us to understand the difference between anecdotal evidence and empirical evidence. Madam Speaker, whilst the submissions were opened, I travelled across the motu from Auckland, Tauranga, down to Christchurch and listened to the voices of those who have care experience, who were taken from their culture. And those are the people that I stand with today. Those are the people whose voices I uplift today. Child safety is paramount, and they live and breathe that. The Social Services Committee received 3,748 written submissions. The Minister might not want to listen, but the experts were clear. Dr. Luke Fitzmaurice-Brown, a lecturer in law at Te Herenga Waka, specialising in child protection and te tiriti o waitangi, told us that removing 7AA, quote, breaches te tiriti o waitangi, misrepresents tikanga Māori, will cause harm to tamariki and whānau, will reduce the accountability of Oranga Tamariki, and will remove one of the only mechanisms for Māori to exercise genuine partnership with the Crown within a child protection context, end quote. Madam Speaker, care experienced experts, people who have actually experienced the state as a parent, said, like from the Voice Whakaronga Mai, said, quote, safety of our tamariki Māori and the connection to culture are not mutually exclusive. The Minister for Children is presenting a false dichotomy. Our focus on connection to whakapapa does not come at the expense of safety. The law is already clear. Safety of children is first. The well-being and the best interests of children are paramount. Whakapapa and whanaungatanga responsibilities are considered in care decisions, but never to the exclusion of safety, stability and well-being. Because we all want the same thing. We are all working for the same thing. We are working for the safety of our precious taonga, our tamariki. Madam Speaker, the lived experience and advice from experts isn't enough for the Minister. The Minister has not even listened to her own officials. The regulatory impact statement prepared by Oranga Tamariki on the 12th of March 2024 stated clearly, quote, replacing Section 7AA is unlikely to contribute to improvements in safety and stability. However, the repeal may undo the progress that Oranga Tamariki has made in building trust, relationships and accountability in the communities we work with. This may worsen the safety, stability and well-being of our children with the greatest needs, end quote. How can we trust that safety is the objective here? This is not a bill that protects tamariki's safety. This is a bill that makes them more vulnerable. And let's take a look at the bigger picture. Let's take that eagle-eye view, because the Minister of Children is not just removing Section 7AA, she is gutting prevention by $120 million over 4 years. And the result of this will be funneling more children into Oranga Tamariki care, into state care, simultaneously removing the only legal protection that protects them from being torn from their whakapapa. In Te Ao Māori, we know that intrinsically everything is connected. Either the Minister listens now, or this government knows that in 20 years' time, there will be another apology for another stolen generation of Māori tamariki for the minister not listening. Because at the same time as 7AA repeal is going through, the minister refuses to accept the 138 recommendations of the Royal Commission of Inquiry into Abuse in State Care. We must ask, what kind of children's minister cuts prevention of funding, dismantles protections and ignores a comprehensive report on historic abuse? How can we trust that the objective is safety for our tamariki? If this government was serious about protecting tamariki, they would be focused on keeping them in safe homes and communities and not making it easier for institutions to take them away. An institution can never be a home. Just talk to anybody who has experienced state care. Under immense pressure, the minister has made one minor concession, keeping strategic partnership in the bill. But let's be clear, at the same time, she is stripping $1.5 million to one of those partnerships, Kokiri Marae, overnight. This is not a genuine partnership. This weakens Māori-led solutions. The issue here is not that the law is too hard to understand or implement. It is that the government is choosing not to listen. We've had inquiries, we've had investigations, we've had commissions and reviews, and we know what happens when Māori tamariki are removed from their whakapapa and placed in state care. We have the testimonies, we have the reports, we have the Royal Commission of Inquiry findings of abuse in state care. Yet the government refuses to listen. An institution can never be a home. A home is within whānau, hapu, iwi, the belonging of our taonga in safe, loving whānau.
Paolo Garcia.
Okay.
Ngā mihi koe, Kahurangi. That was a beautiful speech, very well put, and she is correct about everything that she just said. If National backs this bill, okay, they don't care about Māori. This is the biggest red flag right here. It's like, oh, you know, you want to get rid of the support network for Māori? Yeah, that protects children and prevents them from going to state care. Yeah, no, you don't care about Māori. I don't care what you have to say about the treaty principles bill at this point. You're full of shit.
Should we just say, Zulu Kilo, Papua India Golf is going to be landing at an airport near every dishonest minister soon. You know, it'll be actually quite nice if we can find out where the nearest airports to all these aerodromes or something where these flying pigs can land. Yeah.
Was this part of the coalition agreement too, Luxon?
Probably was.
Removing support for Māori kids who are disproportionately represented in state care? Was that part of the plan?
Probably won't even have a chance to sit there and read it. One of the social media team will probably sit there and just go, hide, block, whatever.
Yeah, another example of throwing Māori under the bus to get into power. Thanks, man. I love it.